What's up, guys? Today we're going to be talking about men's jewelry. So when I was first starting out in the whole accessories and jewelry game, there's a bunch of things that I wish I knew. So in this video, we're just going to be going over some of those tips or guidelines that are going to help you when it comes to wearing men's jewelry. And just remember that style is super subjective. So something that I think looks good might not work for you, and that's okay. These are just meant to be suggestions rather than really strict rules. So if you wear your jewelry a particular way and you think it looks good and you feel confident and it makes you feel good, by all means, that is the best way for you. But I just thought that I'd share a couple of my opinions and some tips and tricks that I think would level up your jewelry game. Now, before we start, make sure you click that subscribe button so you don't miss any more content just like this. Without further ado, let's get into tip number one. Jewelry is your friend. Now, a lot of guys might be thinking that wearing jewelry is maybe feminine, or it might not work for them because they think that maybe they're just doing too much and they're trying too hard. But in reality, jewelry is such a good way to elevate your style. And if you do it the right way, it looks very natural and seamless and like you're a very well put together guy. So when I was younger, I kind of shied away from jewelry because I didn't really know how to style it that well. And I thought that maybe people would think that I'm trying just a little bit too hard. But in reality, all that stuff was just in my head. And when you look at some of the most high-end celebrities or just the most stylish people you know, I'm sure that they wear some sort of jewelry, whether that's like watches, bracelets, rings. It's come to a point now where jewelry is just a very, very accepted way to elevate your outfit, and it's not a feminine thing anymore, and it's really, really good. Now, there's certain things that you can get to even make yourself look more masculine. So jewelry can help accentuate that too. So if you're worried about that, don't even stress, because jewelry is your friend, not your enemy. Alright, tip number two is to match your metals. Now what this means is, let's say I'm wearing a silver watch right now. I want to be wearing a silver chain or something in the same metal family. I don't want to be wearing a gold watch, silver chain, rose gold bracelets. When you're matching your metals, everything kind of just looks more put together and more cohesive, and it just works better because the eye is not being distracted by different colors and different shades. It just kind of blends in very nice and seamlessly. Now, like I said at the beginning, these are not strict rules. So for example, like I got a black metal ring and I wear that pretty much with everything because I feel like black goes with everything. But in general, if you're just getting started, this is a really good tip just to make sure that everything is kind of on the same page and it looks well put together and you're not looking like you're just clashing a bunch of different stuff that you don't really know what you're doing. So yeah, just a really simple tip, just make sure your metals are matching. So if you're the kind of guy who maybe gold looks better on your skin, make sure they're just all gold. For me, I'm a silver guy, so most of my jewelry is always silver. Number two is don't overdo it. It can get very easy to just go way overboard with jewelry, stacking a bunch of chains, like cluttering your arm in bracelets, watches, bracelets, like rings on every finger. You know, when it comes to that is doing a little bit too much. So it sounds cliche, but the saying less is more really applies to jewelry, because you don't want to be that guy who's just going way overboard, literally wearing every single thing in your collection all at once. That just looks tacky. It looks like you're trying way too hard, and it just doesn't look elegant and sophisticated like a high value man. So typically what I suggest is simple watch, right? Watch is like a no-brainer, probably the best and most easiest form of jewelry that you can ever wear. I wear like 2 bracelets max on my other arm. If I'm wearing rings, I don't go too much overboard. So 2 max per hand. And that's really like at a special occasion if I'm going out or I really just want to look like a little bit more fancy. And then like I'm not stacking like a bunch of chains, like 2 max for chains too. And this is not like an everyday thing, you know, like when you're stacking jewelry and you're putting together things, simple is more. So when you're on your everyday outfit, or when you're just kind of chilling casual, you don't want to be doing the most. You don't want to be having like anchors around your neck, you know, so just chill, you know, keep it simple, don't do too much, and you'll look a lot better. Okay, next tip is to know your occasion. Now, just like outfits, jewelry is meant to go with certain occasions. So for example, if you're going to a serious event, maybe like a wedding, a funeral, something where you have to be very, very put together and formal in a sense, you don't want to be wearing big, loud, colorful jewelry, right? If you're wearing a watch, you don't want to be wearing your most colorful watch. You want to make sure that things match the vibe of where you're at. So for example, if I'm at a wedding, I'm just going to wear something simple like a silver watch and 1 bracelet, maybe a nice silver chain. That's about it, because I don't want to be doing too much. You know, it kind of goes with the other tip. And the same goes, like if I'm just chilling, running errands, going to the grocery store, still want to look nice, so I'll still wear some jewelry, but it's going to be something very simple, like a sports little rubber bracelet just to give my wrist some accessories, and an Apple Watch. You know, the vibe of the setting needs to be matched with the vibe of the jewelry. Now, tip number 5 is to know the difference between timeless and trendy jewelry. For example, right now, I'm wearing a pearl necklace. Pearl necklaces right now are super trendy. I don't know how long this trend is gonna last, but that's okay because it's trendy right now. But I also have to make sure that whenever I'm buying jewelry, I cover the basics first. So for example, one of the most timeless and probably the piece that will last you the longest amount of time is just a silver chain. So a very simple chain like this one is going to be a timeless design that will go with everything. It's not doing too much. It's not obnoxious and loud, and it's not super trendy. It's always in style. It will always stay in style, and it will last me a very, very long time. So things like this, the timeless pieces, right? Your simple watches, your simple bracelets. Basically, things that are simple generally mean they're timeless. You want to be spending a little bit extra on these because you know that these are the pieces that are going to be lasting you a long time. And once these are covered, now you can expand into the little trends, you know? You see people wearing pearl necklaces online. I think they look pretty sick. So I bought one, you know? I don't need to be spending a crazy amount on these trends because I don't know how long they're gonna last. So I'm not saying avoid trends because trends can really help you look fashionable and current with the times, but I'm saying that you wanna be careful by not over investing on just trendy stuff because maybe in a year or two down the line, you might not have any use for it. Okay, and last but certainly not least, wear what makes you feel confident. Everything about style, everything that we've talked about in this video, jewelry, clothing, shoes, you name it. All of this is not to flex on others. It's not to portray something that you're not. It's just so that you can be the best version of yourself. I'm a firm believer in if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you perform good, no matter what it is in life. So all of these items just help you feel the best version of yourself. So if you like a particular style and it really resonates with you, wear it, own it, kill it, you know, you're good. The jewelry that will look best on you is the jewelry that you feel best wearing. So if none of these tips helped, then don't listen to them because that's fully okay. Because whatever you wear, if you rock it with confidence and it makes you feel good, it will look good on you and people will notice. All right, folks, those are my 6 tips on men's jewelry, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you click that subscribe button and you leave this video a big thumbs up. I'm gonna be back at it again real soon. Thank you for watching. Stay stylish and wish you all the best wearing your men's jewelry. See you in the next one.